some sort of fucking conspiracy. There's a higher power, isn't there, than the governments in the world. They decide what happens. They don't know.
It's a fact.
It is a fact. Yeah. So, good luck to you.
Alright, man.
We'll fuck off. Right, boys.
Take care, man. Peace out.
Psalms 9 and 19, it says, "Arise, O Lord, let no man prevail, let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Yahweh, that the nations may know themselves to be but men."
Nah, I was just talking inside. It's a demon, man.
Black woman.
Damn, yeah. You can feel that dark energy, man, when she walked past.
Oh damn, man.
Something strange.
And you know, you see that black woman, yeah? I tried to move to her. It's funny that you said that, because I tried to move to her in my area.
Oh, she lives around here. Oh, okay.
I said, "What's up?" and she just said hello, and then she walked off quick. The spirit made her walk off quick.
Yeah, that's
she
the
said
demon,
hello,
man.
and saying, "Oh, good, man."
When she walked past me, I felt that dark energy. It's just,
yeah, that demonic energy in it.
oh, yeah.
Damn, man. Then the spirits just woke my heart and said, "Shit, man."
Yeah, that's a demon, man.
See, you have to be spiritual. That shows you have to, in this thing, you have to be spiritual, man. You have to be spiritual. I mean, it's difficult, trust me. It's a war, man. I'm telling you, because you're in the flesh. It is a war, trust me. I get them demons on me all the time. I'm telling you, man. I get that demons fucking me. Go on.
Verse 14, "The Lord hath cast down the thrones of the proud princes." That's like it's a Sirach 10 and 14. "The Lord hath cast down the thrones of the proud princes and set up the meek in their stead."
That's us. The proud princes, that's the different Rothschilds, different Rockefellers. That's the proud princes, the Lord throwing them down. You know what the Lord do? He set up the meek in their stead. The scripture says the meek shall inherit the what? The earth.
The earth, yeah.
Okay, so that's us. Go ahead.
"The Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place."
That's us again. Plucked up the proud nations. Who's the proud nations? The Chinese, the Koreans, the Japanese, the Russians. Okay, the East Indians with their technology, you know, all these technologies and shit. You know, all their missiles, or you know what I'm saying? All their nuclear missile tests and shit. You know, their submarines and all their troops and shit. That's the proud princes, man. Being thrown down, and then what? Setting up who? Who's setting up who?
"And set up the meek in their stead."
Setting up the meat. That's us, because we ain't got shit, man. Literally the only thing we have is these scriptures. We ain't got missiles and, you know, armies and troops and shit, man. We ain't got none of that. We're just some lowly guys, you know.
No defense.
Exactly. What's it? Wars of language, man.
But wait a minute, we gotta correct each other here. We do have a defense. Our defense is the gospel. Man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The armor, the helmet,
Come on.
salvation.
Come on.
You know
Put about the double garment.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The greaves, the you know, the sword. That's our sword, man. That's our sword, man. Go ahead, man.
The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundation of the earth."
Because the Lord's gonna overthrow the heathens, man. How is he gonna do that?
Can you film it?
No, I'm not gonna film you. Just have a nice day.
You're right, straight. I was going to say...
Yeah, this is not a joke, man. This is serious business.
Oh, no, I was going to say...
Yeah, what's up?
Peace.
Your friends are leaving.
That's fine, that's all, man.
No, I know they're leaving, but I was going to shake your hand.
No, it's okay.
No, we don't know you like that, man.
Really?
Yeah, we don't know you like that. Alright, you take that. These fucking demons, man. They're just rousing up these demons out here. Plenty of them.
I think that guy was an agent when I was here.
Huh?
Because see, police officers, when they dress undercover, they like to wear those jeans, trainers, and just a plain jacket.
I was thinking, when he said that, I think he could be a cop, man.
Yeah.
He could be an
I
agent,
moved to a cop the other day, and I didn't realize because I was riding my bike, and he started looking at me, smiling. I'm thinking, fuck, he's smiling. And I smiled back at him. I'm thinking, is he trying to laugh at me or something? So I went around the corner, I rolled back, I said, I can't take this, man. I went back and I said, yo, why you laughing at me for, man? He said, You know I'm a cop, mate. He says, I didn't know. I've never seen you before in my life. And he was like, yeah, well, I'm a cop before. I knew you before. That's why I was smiling at you. And then he was like, he said, yeah, oh yeah, mate. Can you do me a favor? Don't ride on the pavement. And then I was riding on the pavement. I was like, why are you laughing at me, man? Why are you smiling at me, bro? He hadn't realized he was a cop. He was dressed up in his normal
Regular
clothes, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm trying to say? So you have a lot of these cops out here. You know what I'm saying? And they come up like that guy. The way he was talking, he sounded like a cop, man.
Yeah, you did.
Sound like a copper. Feel me? Yeah. But
I just want to shake your hand.
yeah. So, why you gonna shake? Why does them always want to touch people?
Come on,
I just want to
come
shake.
on.
I just want to shake your hand.
I mean, and I said, look, we don't know you like that, man. We don't know you like that.
He's scratching his ass there or something. We'll come and shake your hand.
Right.
I just want to shake your hand. And Esau, he that did a transgression seeketh love.
There you go. Come on, that's what
He's always trying to get love, man. He's always trying to get affection and warmth from other people because he knows he don't fucked up, man. Good, man. Read that again.
Verse 16. The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundation of the earth. He took some of them away and destroyed them and have made their memorial to cease from the earth.
And that's what's gonna happen, man. That's what's gonna happen. The Lord's gonna overthrow their countries, okay, and their rulerships by what? When he invades planet Earth, man. When Yahweh Shai invades planet Earth by the order of Yahweh, his father, he's gonna do a lot of destroying and killing, man. And they're gonna try and fight against Yahweh Shai, man. But they're not gonna prevail. It tells you that in Revelations, I believe it's chapter 12, verse 7. It says the dragon, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels, and then when they found in heaven no more, or were cast out of heaven. Okay, they didn't prevail and stuff like that, roughly paraphrasing. So these other nations, they're gonna have their countries overthrown, their militaries destroyed, their bases destroyed. Okay, all that's gonna be destroyed, man. And the scripture says their remembrance is gonna cease out of the earth. So they're not going to be called East Indians no more. They're not going to be called Chinese no more. Arabs no more. Okay, Africans no more. That's not the nation not going to be called that in the kingdom. They're going to be called back to their ancient names, man. Elam, Moab,
Ishmael.
Ishmael, Yashama'ala, Ham, Canaan, you know, Mizraim,
Esau.
Yeah, Esau.
Joshua.
Was it other one?
Right, other one. Come on.
Yeah. So they're gonna be, everything's gonna go back to how it was. So all their names is gonna cease out of the earth. All these names, white, being called white,
or an American,
Caucasians,
British.
You know, British, all that's gonna be destroyed. All that's gonna be, I'm an American. All that's gonna be destroyed, man. All that's gonna be destroyed, man. You know, you German. All you're gonna have is Ashkenaz.
I'm an American.
All that's gonna be destroyed, man, and be as though it's never been. And fly away as a dream. I think that's in the book of
Like there's a song that goes like this: fight for your life. I am a real American. I'll fight for what's right. Fight for your right.
Yeah. Yo, Captain America. All that's gonna be flying out the window, man. The American flag, you know, the American oath. Good to be American.
Yeah, we got to do that standing up in school, man.
All that's gonna be destroyed, man. All that's gonna be annihilated. The United States of all that's gonna be destroyed. Texas is gonna be destroyed. Chicago is gonna be destroyed. Manhattan, New York City,
Maine.
Okay, all that's gonna be destroyed, man. The remembrance of all that's gonna be destroyed out of the earth. Where else, man? This place, man. California, Mississippi, right?
Alabama.
All that's gonna be destroyed, man. Kentucky.
Atlanta.
Yeah, everything's gonna, all the lands is gonna be named after the ancient names. Like the ancient name for Germany, the ancient name for Spain. Okay? You got anything? You don't.
Mind the time as well.
Yeah. About,
I'm gonna go back to that
about 12 minutes.
what we were talking. We're going to the wicked scribes and the wicked Pharisees, how they deny the kingdom of heaven. We were touching on Matthew 25. Go ahead, if you got something there.
So back to Matthew 25 and 1, and it says, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom.
Right. So their lamps took in this truth, because the 5 wise virgins and 5 foolish virgins. So you had niggers and the elect that were brought into this truth, and they were all given the truth. They were all given their lamps. Okay, go ahead. And then we all went to meet the bridegroom. Who's the bridegroom? Yahweh Shai. Because the job of the bridegroom is to bring the virgin or the wife onto the husband. And that's what Yahweh Shai is going to do. He's going to come and deliver his elect. According to Matthew 24, he's going to send out his angels, okay, to the 4 corners and deliver his elect from the 4 corners. And then we will be with the Lord, man. Okay? So go ahead.
And 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish.
Go ahead.
They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them.
And that's what happens. You see brothers coming the truth. They're given the truth, but they've got no understanding. And they start bringing out doctrines about flat earth. The New Testament doesn't exist.
And you got non-messianic Israelites too.
You know, yeah. They say they don't believe in the New Testament. You see, you got certain guys trying to say, oh yeah, the book of you know, they all these different books, man. The book of Enoch, man. You know, the book of Enoch. You know, you know, they got coming out with all these different. You know, they've turned aside to fables, man. They were, you know, they with itching ears and everything like that.
The mark of the beast is an embargo.
Yeah, an embargo, Christianity or some other shit like that, man.
You ain't done with the first book. You gotta go to other books, man.
Exactly. Of the making, there's many books, man.
You know?
You know, Scripture says much learning is sorrow, man. That's what the elder said out in his video. He said that with much learning is sorrow. No, go ahead, man.
But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
Right, so they took oil. They took the oil. So it says, what's that? The oil in the dwelling of the wise.
Proverbs 21.
And I don't cut the brother too, man. I just got something to say, and that's why, like the apostles said, man. You know, you got I think the apostles said this, or probably the brethren. But there's an analogy that's going out there, man, in terms of how you got oil dripping Israelites, man. You got certain Israelite camps that are dripping that oil.
Okay.
You know,
certain guys they're losing the understanding, man.
Come on.
You know, they're going off in certain points. Or they're breaking scriptures down wrong, man. Or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, you know what I'm saying, rightly dividing the word, man. Certain guys are dividing the word wrong, man. They're seeing things that aren't there. You know what I'm trying to say? You know? The scriptures talk about that, man. But they rest to their own judgment. They're reading scriptures and they rest into their own judgment. You know, or adding or subtracting from the word, all these curses shall be added unto you.
There you go.
This is our Proverbs chapter 21, verse 20. There is treasure to be desired, okay, which is this wisdom, and oil, which is understanding, in the dwelling of the wise. Okay, the wise virgins. But a foolish man spendeth it up. The foolish virgin spendeth it up. So it says, the oil is in the dwelling of the wise virgins, but a foolish virgin spendeth it up. You know? So that's Proverbs 21 and 20. That goes hand in hand with Matthew 25 right there. Go ahead, man.
Got another one for you. This is Psalms 23 and 5, and it says, Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
What's happening right now? The Lord is right now. That's exactly.
That's the supper.
You know what I'm saying? So right now we're all this knowledge is being brought to our attention, being refreshed to our memory in the presence of who? Our enemies, man. We're doing it right now. This is a table, and our enemies are walking around us right now.
Go on, that's
you know,
right.
Esau right there, Edom. You know? are the one, man, walking around right now. I alarm, Yashama Allah, and this is a table being, the Lord presenting a table in the presence of our enemies, man. Go ahead.
And the five wise virgins are getting the oil, man.
That's right.
Right now.
And they're not tripping out of oil either.
Yeah, exactly. We're remaining. Mm-hmm.
Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over.
My cup runneth over with understanding. That's why it says, he that believeth from me, as the scripture said, out of his belly is in a mind shall flow rivers of living oil.
Which really oil, oil is a different form of water.
Right. Understanding, man. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the five foolish virgins was not so wise, man. But
back to Matthew 25 and 4. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps, while the bridegroom tarried. They all slumbered and slept.
Right, so the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. Meaning the master of the good house, he went to sit on the right hand side of Yahweh, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, because he had just been resurrected. And now he's in the spirit world waiting, man, for the third day. For the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to come back and conquer the earth, man. Take back the crown. Mm-hmm. That's why I said there were many crowns on his head. So the scriptures say how the bridegrooms tarried, they all slumbered and slept, meaning the five wise virgins and foolish virgins. For a long time we was in a period of slumbering. Mm-hmm. That's why I said you should awake thou that sleepest. You know, now it's high time to awake out of sleep. Why? Because there's a long period of time we was in darkness, man. We were sleeping. Mm-hmm. We was in a period of ignorance. We lost the truth. Okay? When the apostles and the different disciples, when they died off, this truth was lost, man. Especially during the time of Constantine the Great, when he started perverting the scriptures, man. So we lost the truth for a long time, this gospel. It's only in this modern day and time that this truth is now being revealed. The table is being made in the presence of our enemies, man. Go ahead, man.
Verse 6, and at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him.
Right, so at midnight there was a cry made. We're at midnight right now. We're in a transition from night into the morning, man. We're transitioning right now. Okay? There's going to be a translation from one people to another. Mm-hmm. Because the injuries, riches got by the sea. Okay? The kingdom is about to be translated from night time into the morning time. The third day, man. Okay? The third day the temple is being built. Okay? At midnight it says, there was a cry made, go ye out to meet him. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're doing. When we stand out here, that's what we're doing. Because when the Lord was teaching, where was he teaching? He wasn't cooped up inside some building. Right. If you want to learn this gospel, come and meet me in Galilee, inside this house. Right. You know, Bethlehem.
And that's why you gotta be out on the highways, man.
Exactly. Tells you that there's plenty of parables saying about the Lord speaking about go ye out to the highways and byways, man. Mm-hmm. Compelling them to come in that my house may be filled, or bid them to the marriage. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Wisdom cry for loud, she heard for a voice in the streets.
In the broad streets.
You know what I'm saying? When all the prophets spoke, where do you think they were? They were out in the open field, man. Mm-hmm. And just to interject just for a couple of seconds, and that's why, man, when you teach the word, you got to teach the word in certain high areas. Because earlier before, I'm gonna mention the third time coming, there were two black Mercedes that were lined up, okay. And when you look at the back of the cars, they all had like a dark tint to it, okay. But in the front of the car was a regular tint. Right. So those are government vehicles, all right. And I mean, highly likely they could have been watching us. But that just goes to further validate that you got to be in the higher ends and teach the word, not in some old low, back of bush area where you can't see yourself, man, on camera, or people can't see you for that matter. You all in this neighborhood. We're not neighborhood Israelites, man. Right. We're highway Israelites. That's who we are. Where do you feel Paul was? Paul, when you look at the journeys that Paul had, he went all over the place, man. He went all over the place. Only because back then he didn't have internet. If you had internet, you wouldn't have been journeying nowhere, man.
Go on.
You know, if you had a smartphone, you wouldn't have been journeying, man.
Yeah, go on.
Go ahead, man.
This 1 Corinthians 3:16, and it says, "Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you?"
Right, exactly. So we're the temple. So wherever we go, this is the temple right here. That's why I said, when you watch your foot when you come to the house of the Most High, be more prepared to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. So we're that house, no matter where we are, we're that house, we're that moving building. Where every brick and every that makeup formulate that temple, man. Okay? And the spirit dwelleth of Yahweh Hashem